Good morning, fifth grade. Oh, wow, this week is kind of a mess, isn't it? I'm hopeful that we'll get to see each other tomorrow. But until then, we'll just keep rolling. I do not know why I chose to put a picture of my Bitmoji with the kite, but we're just going to keep rolling with it. It has nothing to do with anything. Yesterday, you talked about and watched some videos and did some writing and reading about sound reflection. So we know that light reflects when it hits a mirror or a hard surface that doesn't absorb any of the light. It bounces back off, and that causes a reflection. Like you looking in the mirror, you can see yourself. Sound does the same thing when it hits something hard, but we know this sound is an echo. We call it an echo, and it reflection of sound, echo, those mean the same thing. It just means that the sound is bouncing off of something. So after watching some videos, doing a little bit of reading yesterday, you had to answer this question. And before I read it, I will apologize because this is a very poorly worded question to begin with. So let me clarify. It says, where could these sound phenomena be observed? There should be a question mark after that. or around the school, question mark. And then I would take out that word and just say, support your examples with explanations of why you use that example. So this is not the bestly worded question. I apologize for that. But I told you in your assignment yesterday, I wanted 2 examples of places around the school where we might see reflection of sound or hear really the reflection of sound or echoes. So we're going to look at some of your responses and talk about them. So this is the first response I pulled, and I just used a random number generator and gave you each a number. So it's completely random. So don't be offended if I don't pick yours. Don't be offended if I do pick yours. It was literally as random and as fair as I could make it. So this person says, for example, the school is like a cave where there are so many echoes, it is a reverberation. It is true that caves cause a ton of echoes. However, this response is not a very great response, and that's because it doesn't give me specific examples of places within the school that we would find an echo. So if you are this person or if you wrote a response similar to this person, you need to go back to slide 11 and make sure that you are giving 2 specific examples. We're going to go on to the next one. This one says, some examples of sound that can be reflected around the school area are walls and windows. First of all, I'm going to stop right there. I love that this person restated the question. That's awesome. Good job. I'm going to keep reading. I use these examples because if you are in an empty room, it will reflect off the walls and windows, and they are a hard surface. I agree that sound is going to bounce off walls and windows more than anything else because they are hard. I'm still looking for specific locations within the school so we can do some tweaking to this response, but this person is on the right track. So if this is you, I would watch the rest of this video and then go back and kind of edit your response, but we have a great start here. Response 3, one place in a school that would reflect in a school is a classroom. Another place in a school that reflects sound is cafeteria. So, yes, we have a little bit of echo in a classroom and a little bit of echo in the cafeteria. In a classroom, the problem is that we have so much other stuff in there that the sound is absorbed by you, honestly. When we're all in there, all the students, the sound is kind of absorbed by the students. There's a little bit of echo when there's no one in there, but there's still so much stuff in there. We have a ton of stuff in classrooms that really a lot of the sound gets absorbed. The problem with the cafeteria at our school is that it's not surrounded by 4 walls, really. We have 2 hallways that connect to the cafeteria, so it's very open. So there's not a lot of places for the sound to bounce off in the cafeteria. I like the thought, but again, we need to kind of tweak this response to make it a little bit better. Response 4, the hallway, it is empty and there's no one in there most of the time. I'm going to stop. That's a pretty good one. So the hallway, it's kind of long, so it's not going to have a ton of great echoes, but it might echo a little bit. In this next part, in the restroom, because when you talk in the restroom, you hear an echo. Yes, that's a perfect response. The restrooms down in our hallway echo a lot. Let's look at the last response because I'm running out of time. We could use the gym or the cafeteria. The gym, perfect. This is what I was thinking the whole time. Yes. Cafeteria, because it is a big room, all we have to do is take everything out of it. I like that you thought of taking everything out of it to make it echo, but again, ours is a little bit too open.